A lovely human asked me to, they asked me what were my favorite tools to use. And at the time, I would have said, and I still say this, but I feel like they've just kind of swapped orders. At the time that they asked me this, I would have said like a waterproof chisel black marker. And now I feel like the my favorite tool is actually I actually wax crayons. I love these Neocolor ones. In particular, I do have Neocolor twos, the ones that they're water soluble, so you can put them down and then use water on top of them, and they go down like a watercolor. But I don't like to use them for that as much. So I only have just a few Neocolors. I think I only have like 3 or 4 of those. And that's what I wanted to come on today to talk about, is kind of give some new thoughts about wax crayons, and pastels overall, and what I've tried since the video that I posted on pastels and crayons. And this is still a part of my mixed media starter kit. You can definitely check out that video playlist. In that initial video, I talked about these Faber-Castell soft pastels. I also talked about these Montmartre oil pastels. And I definitely talked about, I didn't, at the time of that video, I did not have this set. I only had, hi there, I only had a few. And let's see, in that initial video, these were the few that I had. And then over the summer, there was a sale. I think it was on Blick or Jackson's Art or something like that. And they had the whole set. Oh, this actually, I know when. This set went on sale. I'm just going to do a quick demonstration. I won't be doing a full drawing, no. Not in this video, at least. I plan to come back on later and do a drawing session. But for this one, I just want to talk about some new thoughts on my crayons, something that I recently bought that I want to share with y'all in this series, and then do a quick demonstration. But the set of the Kieran Dash Neocolor ones, I don't know if the Neocolor twos went on sale, but when these neoarts went, when they released these, I don't know, one of my camera's gonna focus. Let's see. Nope, it's not gonna focus. When these went on sale, or when these got released over the summer, the Neo Arts, and then there was a whole set, and some new sets of Neo Colors that came out. The old set of Neo Color ones went on sale, so I bought that. But I decided to try the Neo Arts, and that's what this is. And I only bought one, and this is one of the reasons why I love open stock. When you can buy sets of things, open stock, so meaning you can buy them out of the set. You can actually try them. So that's what I did, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like these Neo Art. So in my first video, where I talked through again like these oil pastels and then these soft pastels, and I'll put in the comment section once I'm done with this video, I'll link my first video where I go in depth about these, because today, like I said, I'm just going to focus on the neo art. But I did make some distinctions between all of these and why I prefer the neo color ones. I do, and I really like the neo arts. Oh, but I like them for a different reason, for a different purpose. So, really quickly, as like a quick check-in about how I would describe the differences between these because they're all different. So these soft pastels, I the word that I would use to describe them are crumbly, scratchy. Okay. They're soft, but they're still crumbly and scratchy. And I don't like that. From a texture standpoint, I don't like that. The oil pastels are creamy and uncontrollable. I feel like oil pastel, like the creaminess of it goes everywhere. It's very easy to smear. It's very uncontrollable. It's unpredictable. Like that's another way that I would describe an oil pastel. Okay. The Neocolor ones, I would say, are smooth but controllable. That's the difference to me between the wax crayons and then oil pastels. Oil pastels for me are uncontrollable, unpredictable, and I feel like the wax crayons are more predictable and controllable. The Neocolor tools, like I said, I only have a few of these. I don't have the whole set. And I do feel the difference between the Neocolor twos and the Neocolor ones. Still very creamy, but I feel like Neocolor tools have like a tooth or a bite to them, or like they have more texture or something. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm still sitting with that. Um, okay, now the Neo Arts. These particular ones, they say artist permanent wax oil pastel. So I don't know how, but apparently it's the Neo Arts, which are smaller, are supposed to be some kind of combination between like a wax crayon and an oil pastel. It's a wax oil pastel, whatever that means. Okay. Now, how would I describe this? It is still smooth, but a different feel from the Neo colors. Um, it has like the tooth and the bite that I was saying that the Neo color tools have. I feel like that's what that's what the feel of the neo art is. And when I say feel, I'm talking about like the way that it feels on the paper to me when I use it. Like when I say scratchy, even one of the words that I didn't use to describe this was also sticky. Soft pastels are sticky to me too, and I don't like that. And oil pastels, but I feel like wax pastels in a different way. So I decided that I wanted to try these, to see like what the vibes were. And usually, like before, when I was getting used to using the Neo Color ones, I would just use them as like a finishing piece on my images. So I would put down like watercolor and color pencil, and then to like do the final details, final touches, I will usually use a crayon, but I'm getting more into just using the wax crayons as my base, like what I use. And so I was like, okay, well, let me just keep the same mindset for the Neo Arts. Like, let me just, hi. Let me just, think about this from the same perspective. Let me just try the Neo Arts as like a finishing, like a finishing tool, like a finished detail. So I was like, let me just get one. and see if I even like it, because I didn't know if it was going to be like the soft pastels, if it was going to be more like the oil pastel and like not controllable, unpredictable. And you know, surprisingly, I actually really like these. So one of the things that I wanted to do was finish finish this piece. Let me see, I probably need to take this down. Didn't plan on doing all of that, but it's okay. Okay. So, like I was saying, one of the things that I would usually do is just come on top with some kind of color pencil. Usually it's a color pencil for like the hair. And then so this is a Neo Color 1. So if I'm going in to like finish my drawing, I would come in and go over the top of my color pencils or watercolor. In this instance, in this example, or this demonstration, it's this is color pencil on the bottom. So I'm just going over the color pencil to make it just pop a little bit more. And this is why I love these crayons, the Neo Color 1 specifically. I really like, I guess I like wax. I bought, and I have another video that I have to do. I need to finish this project. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but because we're talking about wax, I want to finish my postcard project, and one of the things that I need to do is seal this, and I bought wax medium to seal it. So in the next video that I do, I'm going to use this wax medium. I'm going to show y'all how I finish my postcard that I made for a work friend of mine, and seal it with this wax medium, like what my process is with that. But I really like, you know, I'm processing through the fact that I really like wax. And so I was thinking about like, what are some other ways for me to use this wax medium. And on the bottle it says that you can add powdered pigments, dyes, other dry media, or alcohol inks to tint and for special effects. So I wonder what that means, but that's another video for another day. Do any of y'all use wax medium in a different kind of way? Please definitely let me know in the comment section, because I will be experimenting in another video on that. Let's see. So back to this. I am just doing the, like I said, the finishing kind of touches where how I would use these wax crayons on top of let's see, I want purple. How I use these wax crayons on top of my color pencil, And I don't want to get too sidetracked, I feel like. Okay. So now with the neo art, then what I would do with this is, again, the neo color ones are just wax crayons. These neo arts are, and I don't know, oh, maybe it'll focus. Let's see. No, this thing decides when it'll focus and when it won't focus, but it's a permanent wax oil pastel. So like I said, I bought this open stock in my Blick order because I needed to get a few color pencils, needed to re-up on some color pencils. And so I saw that they finally had the Neo Arts on open stock. And so I was like, oh, let me try this and see if I like a wax oil pastel, like whatever that's supposed to mean. So I was like, okay, let me just get one because I don't know if I'm going to like it. And then let me get it in a color that I can use as like a finishing detail. So how I would use this is on top of the hair like that. And this here in the background or on the first layer is this color pencil. And this is the Derwent Chroma Flow. This is one of my favorite color pencils. I talked about this in my favorite color pencil video that I did just a few weeks ago. I don't even think it was that long ago, actually, or that many videos ago. So if you want to check out like which color pencils are my favorite color pencils, you won't have to go that far back in my video library. I just put this on the bottom and then I love that on top. It just makes it stand out a lot more. So let me know in the comment section what you think about the Neo Arts. Have you tried these before? What do you think about, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. What do you think about, what are your thoughts on a wax oil pastel? Is that your jam? Could you see yourself like using that? And then I will keep experimenting. I feel like I really like these. So I will probably just pick up a few more colors to add. Again, as like, I'm liking them as the last thing that I put on to like make the color pencil kind of pop a little bit more and differently. It's a little deeper. Is that how I want to describe it? Deeper. There's more depth. I feel like I can create more depth and more texture and detail with the Neo art. And again, I haven't tried, like I didn't put a Neo Color 1 on the bottom. I just put this color pencil on the bottom and then Neo Art on top. But I still feel like it came out a little bit Yeah, just a little bit more detailed or just a different kind of texture. Maybe that's how I describe that. It's just a different texture. So okay, I feel like I've rambled. I feel like I rambled on and on and on about the difference between the Neo colors, Neo Color 1, Neo Color 2, and then now the Neo Art. And again, I only have one of these, and I chose to try it in a color that I could just add on top as like a final detail or a way to finish, add a little bit more texture as the last layer. That's what I'm trying to say. The last layer of things, and specifically around, I thought this color would be great for hair. And this is Perylene Maroon, Perylene Maroon, Perylene Brown. In the Neo Arts from Karen Daashe. Okay, let me know what y'all think. Do you have any new or different suggestions for pastels or crayons? I'm always looking for new things to try in this like medium because again, I don't really like soft pastels. They're too chalky. Oil pastels are creamy and uncontrollable to me. Like they're very unpredictable. And so I really like the wax crayons because I can control it. And then, like I said, I'm starting to see that I think I like these Neo Arts, but I need a few more. So we'll see. We'll kind of see how that goes.